you doing?
Booted so quickly. I'm great. How's things? How are you doing?
All right. Yeah. I'm just saying hello to people in the chat. We've got Jason, obviously.
Yeah.
We've got Philip, always first. Oh no, where did Sam go? Right.
She'll be back.
Hey Nikki, where's Sam gone?
Is she literally gone?
She's literally gone. Oh, here she is.
She'll be back.
Hey, brothers.
She'll be back.
Evening, Glenn, Jace.
Didn't mean to upset you, Sam.
I was trying to do it so I could see the live chat at the same time, but I can't. Or can you not? Anyway. You know what I mean?
So, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, sorry. I'm Nikki. My name's Nikki. I'm one of the duo of the Soil Sisters, and then we've got
Sam, the fun one, the funny one, the young one.
The young one.
So it's good to have you girls on, and I know you're pros at doing this now, aren't you? Since you've been on Jason's.
Yeah.
Well, that was just the warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't really call you pros, should I? So I've obviously I follow you, and you don't put out that many videos because Sam doesn't seem to get the videos too. Yeah, Nikki, you don't seem to get the footage off of Sam, do you?
So it's taken me 3 weeks, literally, to get the most recent footage off her. And that was we've had a few more outings since that one 3 weeks ago. And then she sent it me in some sort of document that I can't even open at the minute. So I've got to still figure that out for the next upload. So please bear with me.
I sent her the link to my OneDrive, but the thing is, Nikki only goes out once a month. So because I go a few times a week, my phone is full of footage and pictures. So I have to, really delve in to find what to send over. It's a bit of a effort. I'm too busy detecting Nikki. Sorry.
You just send it all over.
Oh, see, I tell her that every time. The minute we leave, just send it me, and I'm every week, send it.
And I did see that you've had your 30th, Sam.
Lucky thing.
It's that time.
Sam, that's so lucky. Spring chicken.
Yeah.
Doesn't realise it, does she?
No. Didn't realise how old are you, Nikki?
I had my 40th. We had a Soil Sister 40th a few months ago.
Wow.
So yeah, Soil Sister's 30th.
Yeah.
That's a decade between.
Is that a good wow? Wondering. Is that like a wow, Nikki? I didn't think you were 40. Was that a?
Yeah. So we've got Sam who's 30, Nikki who's 40, me who's in my 50, and Paul, you're 50 as well, aren't you?
Ish, yeah. And do you know what? I can't remember being 30, and I can't remember being 40, but I've seen the photos. They're all in black and white. You know what I mean? It's mad. It seems like eons ago. I'm 53, so there you go.
Still young.
Yeah. See, so it's good to be 30, Sam.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It zooms past, I tell you.
Absolutely.
I know, but I know it's easy to say, right? But I think the older you get, the more you do enjoy life, genuinely.
Yeah, definitely. I've got to the point I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, and you enjoy life so much more because you don't care.
Yes.
What people think and all that, and things that don't matter. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
I initially was we can't do a YouTube channel. I can't do YouTube. What's she on about? Initially. Then I thought, I don't care. Why not? Let's try it. And that's just how Soil Sisters started.
So how long have you been doing YouTube?
We had our year anniversary, didn't we? Was it March?
Yeah, not so long ago.
It was March gone.
So
we realised we kind of, well, no, not Soil Sisters, but we actually started detecting. We both detected separately for years, and then through lockdown, we just got chatting online, same sort of sense of humour, things in common. I showed Sam some of my finds, and she was getting on that permission with her. You know, I couldn't get rid of her after that. We've been inseparable.
I thought,
since.
Nikki, man, you're so stupid to give that permission, half that permission to me.
But then every other permission we've had, we've been together since. So yeah. Oh, hello,
so
Jason.
how did you actually meet then? I'm going to flick up all the chat so you can see Sam, because I know you can't see the chat.
So
we
Sam
were both part,
didn't you? This is initially now. So, oh yeah.
Initially,
so Sam thought I was a weirdo. Yeah. So like, I found out she ran her own club, and I thought, oh cool, another lady. I didn't really know there was like Facebook groups out there. I was detecting on my own for years without realizing there was a whole, you know, family of Facebook following things going on, and YouTube things. I didn't even watch it on YouTube. I was like trying beach detecting at first, and then I'd found on Instagram like Sam's club, so I started messaging her, and she just didn't reply. I think she just thought I was a bit odd. And then lockdown happened.
She was a creep.
Yeah, and then lockdown happened, and we just sort of got chatting online, didn't we, about things and what we were up to detecting wise, and then that was it. Then kind of.
Well, firstly, what happened is she's acting like she's pretty normal, but she's not. So what happened was I was holding a dig, and she.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at something flying in my garden, and I don't know what the kids are up to. So I was holding a dig, and she messaged me like a couple of days before, out of the blue, like, "Where's the dig gonna be?" I thought it was like, you know, a spy trying to find out where the dig's gonna be held. So I ignored it and all that. She kept trying to message me. So in the end, I was like, oh, okay. I checked her profile out. She's had her Facebook for more than like 2 minutes. I'll let her come. But unfortunately, the night before, her dog got ill and she had to take to the vet. She was camping down my way, and the dog sadly had to be put down. So we didn't get to meet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's such a sad true story. It was like 14 years old. She went everywhere with us. And the only reason I was messaging going, where's the dig? Because I was in the camper van. I wanted to be somewhere. I knew I was away that weekend. I wanted to be somewhere not far away in the camper van. And then literally that morning, I messaged her going, I'm not going to be there. And I took the dog to the vets and they put it down. Very sad.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm sure she paid for the dig and didn't come, so that was kind of good.
Yeah, I did.
And then a few months later, obviously during lockdown, I think maybe on a mutual group, people were saying where they were from or something, and where they dig, and she said Denby, and I said, oh, not far from me, and that was that.
Yeah, and then we started chatting again. And then when we actually got together on our first dig, we went together, it was actually a year to the day we were meant to meet. Do you remember me saying to you, oh my gosh, I looked at my phone and I realised that it was the day my dog had died. And
the first day we met, a year later, which is weird.
Yeah, spooky. And we've been soil sisters ever since.
It's weird. So whose idea was it to set up the YouTube?
Oh, this one.
I can't remember, but I'm guessing it was me because I got the brain.
Can't remember. She was like, we've got to do YouTube. We've got to do YouTube. And I'm like, I'm too old for YouTube. She's like, no, we've got to do this YouTube. I thought, we'll try it. It'll be, if anything, I thought it would be a diary of our days out, our finds, you know, real detecting, you know, everything is that we film is what we find at that time. That was the idea. We were quite surprised. It started to grow, isn't it? And
can you just remember, Roseanne, the first sub you ever got? You were so excited, yeah? We were.
I
just
don't
for one.
I wasn't a fan. That was my mum.
For one view that somebody actually wants to watch your crap, like.
See, my YouTube channel. I had a motorbike before, and I'd already put a couple of motorbike clips on there of days out on my motorbike. So I had a few subbies already.
Right, okay.
And then I just sort of changed the name, changed the description, and started uploading. And then it was a case of I wasn't really bothered if I got subs or not. Do you know? Because like you were saying, it's just a diary of what I find, and my memory's not that great, so it's a case of I can watch back and go, why did I dig that? That was rubbish.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? When you look back and you think you know your machine so much better, and you go, oh, that sounded awful. Why the hell did I do that? I should have known what that was, or whatever.
Yeah, so it was sort of to document what I find and the numbers. And then if anyone else is learning their machine and they want to look at my videos, then, you know, they're going to see me digging up cans and lead and rubbish, and then maybe a coin. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of my videos is full of rubbish with one coin, because that's reality.
Yeah, exactly. That is reality.
Yeah, it's genuine. But what I love, right, is I actually love watching videos where people find rubbish like me. Like, it really makes me laugh. Like, it's really good to watch, isn't it? Like, you know, it's like the detector. You just feel like, yes, it's not just me. It just really does feel good. But yeah. Rather than the amazing stuff all the time.
One of the best ones that we've got on film, and I still laugh and I still live it now, and it was filmed a while ago, is when Sam found a Jetton and she's like shouting at me. And like, you know, when you just drop everything and my phone's recording and I'm trying to run and I've got wellies on and it's just the hardest thing to run. I'm out of breath. I'm like, she's screaming. I didn't even know what she'd found, but that whole moment, and you can just hear the excitement in Sam's voice over finding the first Jetton. That's, you know, that's priceless. And that's like a memory we've got on there that, you know, you can laugh, you know, back on.
Did you actually know what it was, Nikki, when you saw it?
At the time, no, we've never found one.
Coin.
I've still never found a Jetton.
It's funny because in the first couple of months of me, you know, doing my own YouTube videos, I found a Jetton. I didn't have a clue what it was. I thought it was a really grotty green hammered coin, and you see it on the video, and I say it looks like a hammer to me, and it's not until people, you know, started commenting there's a Jetton like on. I thought, what's a Jetton?
Yeah,
you know,
and that's what we were like.
Yeah, but then that's what we love about detecting, because you're learning all the time. You find things that you've never found before, so then you I research it and I tell Sam. You know, you find things out, don't you? And that's the side of detecting that I like, is finding things that you don't know what they are.
We couldn't understand why it wasn't silver, because we thought it was a foreign hammered coin, or we weren't sure what it was. But Nikki had found 2 hammered coins really close to it. That we just couldn't understand it, could we?
The nice thing about your Jetton was, though, like, it had a hole in it, so it was an artifact as well. So that was really nice. Obviously, somebody worn that, you know, as a pendant. So that was quite cool. Yeah. That was a nice find. I
remember finding my first hammered coin and there was no one around, and I wasn't even 100% sure it was a hammy.
That's happened to me twice. And the one time that I did found it in front of Sam, we were next to each other, and I was bouncing around like Tigger. Oh, it was just such an amazing feeling.
I was so annoyed. But yeah, my first hammered coin, nobody was there. But also my gold coin that I found, nobody was there. But I thought it was like, I was looking around like this. I was like, somebody planted this? Like, are they doing a prank on me? Like, are they waiting for me to celebrate and then tell me it's fake or something? Do you know what I mean? I was so suspicious of it.
So you didn't send me a picture of your gold coin?
No, I thought I was just supposed to send recent finds. But yeah, I found a full gold guinea just before lockdown, I think it was. So that's apparently my best find, but it's not my favourite find.
So did you keep it or did you sell it?
Kept it, luckily. Got a good relationship with the landowner and they're happy, as long as I'm not going to like sell it for the money if I want to keep it, because I obviously collect all my finds. So
see, that's good. That's good. I haven't sold anything, but I haven't found anything of any value yet.
No, I wouldn't sell anything. Me,
I was going to say, but would you sell it? I don't think I could sell it. I'd be really good if it's something of value that the landowner wanted the money for. I'd be like going through my piggy bank.
I've always said, I've never found anything good there since, but I always said if I find more than say 10, I might sell some, but no, one I'll keep.
The same thing, yeah.
If I found something that was worth, you know, a decent amount of money, like 20 grand or something, I would sell it. I want to buy myself a camper van.
I don't blame you for that, but I've already got a camper van. But yeah, I've got a Roman coin that was quite good Roman coin, and when I looked, it was worth quite a bit of money online. And I always say I've got 3 kids, so the Roman coin's going to one, the gold coin to the other, so I need to find one more thing. Hopefully that'll be a gold stater one day.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah.
Do you know what?
Have you found any gold, Nikki?
Have you, Nikki? Like genuine gold that you've actually found and not planted?
I did a wind-up video. So last summer, Sam was like away in a camper van, and she was texting me constantly as I was out, what you found. I've got FOMO, and I didn't know what FOMO meant. I was like, obviously being a bit older, I'm on Google. FOMO, fear of missing out, it means. So I thought, I'm going to have her. So I've got a gold thumb ring. I'm actually wearing it now. And I just thought, I'll do a plant video. And I sent it to her. And I didn't realise where she was. Her signal was quite dodgy. So she actually got the first half of the video, but she didn't receive the second half where I'm confessing it was a joke and it was a wind-up.
Remember that one?
But I made the video. It's quite interesting because a lot of people didn't actually read it properly. They believed it was real. They didn't watch it properly. So I was obviously very convincing, but I was only trying to be convincing for a while.
Scarily convincing. That's
what you said. But I've been honest. I held my hands up. That was a joke. This is our diary, our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Warts and all. Yeah. That's and all.
I've yet to find any gold. One day. You know, people around me keep finding gold, you know, and they're very close to me as well. So, you know, if we're ever out detecting, just walk beside me. You're bound to find gold.
Yeah. Do you know what I would say?
The last time I was out with Rosanna, I found gold. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And it was a gold. No word of a lie. It was all crumpled up, and when I unravelled it, it was the gold cover of a gold sweet
chocolate money.
Gold chocolate money.
Oh no!
But really?
No, them gold bottle tops are the worst, aren't they?
Oh, the ring pulls. Those gold ring pulls. When you see the edge, you think it's a ring.
Oh yeah. I found plenty of both of those.
Painful.
Yeah, I found a gold-plated wedding ring once. I was really peed off. I was like, that cheapskate husband. I wasn't happy. Skirting him.
So have you done much beach detecting?
I started off trying to do beach detecting, found it really frustrating. And then I just sort of stopped detecting for a while. It was only a cheap detector that I had initially, and then I bought another one, a Fisher F19, and then I got my first land permission, and I've never really looked back. I do try beach detecting occasionally, but that's if we're away in the camper van. And it's just like if I, you know, but I've never found anything great detecting. But I see so many people that do.
Yeah. What about you, Sam?
I think you've got to have the patience of a saint to do that. I do it. I haven't done it in ages, but now and again when there's a storm, I'll go to my local beach, North Wales, the Gamway. Probably a lot of people have gone there. And all the Victorians, Georgian era went there, and you find loads of coins, brooches, hairpins. Sometimes it's really nice to find that sort of thing because we don't really find much artifacts, but there I seem to. And obviously you can just let the kids play and stuff, so you can take them with you, so that's really good. But oh my god, like things come up, crazy numbers, crazy sounds that you would never dig, so it's really difficult. You just have to dig everything.
Do you think you're just not used to field mode though?
In the chat. So this is from Joe. What's your favourite finds?
What's the latest? Oh, least favourite find.
Oh, was it least favourite?
Was that least?
Yeah,
favourite?
It was least favourite. I know yours. Come on, Nikki. Even Sam told us what
the boxer shorts one. Yeah, there was that one. Recently, though, there was quite a nasty one, wasn't there, Sam? That little lamb.
Do you remember that
little got to be dead it's got to be dead animals, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's been a bit. I've had a couple of them recently, but there was this little lamb, and it was just half of it was. Oh yeah, that was. And I wouldn't mind, right? But it was in a really good spot where we found loads of really good stuff the time before, and we just couldn't bring ourselves to detect anywhere around it because it was just. And we found some cool things around there.
I found a lamb before now, passed away with its head stuck under a gate. And its mum still stood there crying for it, and that was the worst thing. Awful. But then I found, the other day, I'm a freak. I always drive past my permissions and just keep an eye on them. I don't know if anybody else does that.
Just to make sure Get off my land.
No, nip into the shop and I just do a detour for 20 minutes to look at my permission. And one sheep was upside down, rolled over, couldn't get over. I phoned the farmer and he came down and he said 20 more minutes and that sheep would have been dead, and its 2 babies were crying next to it. So sometimes you can help, sometimes you can't. And unfortunately, that's the way of farming, isn't it? But it's good to be able to help sometimes. I've rescued a few lambs and runaway sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite naughty, those sheep, aren't they?
Yeah, very naughty. They're cleverer than you think, yeah.
Yeah, it is sad when they can't get up though, isn't it?
Well, I heard about it in cows. I don't know if it's true or not, but I didn't know it was true. I didn't know about it with sheep. So when I initially saw it, I thought it was already dead, yeah, but apparently it just happens. They roll over and can't get back up, so...
So I just spotted this comment, and I'm trying to look through the chat to see what I've missed. I don't know what I've missed. Has anyone else seen anything? We don't mind people being cheeky, so if you want to
Be
comment
cheeky,
again,
away.
yeah, you know.
Cheeky.
So how long have you girls been detecting? Because I know, but others might not.
Sam's been detecting longer than me, but then in between that, you've had a few children, haven't you? So you've had to have a bit of a
So I
break.
keep stopping. About 8 years for me.
Yeah.
And how did you get into it then, Sam? Sorry, Nikki.
No, that's okay.
My dad was a detectorist, and I used to just rip him to shreds for it. And then one day I was like, I've got to join them because otherwise I can't spend time with anyone. Because I used to go with my sister and brother-in-law and whatnot. And then just got addicted, yeah. And then had to eat my own words because I really, really used to rip them for it. I was like, you are so sad. Like, who would just walk for hours and hours on end, finding naffle in the cold? And before I knew it, I was out in hailstorms doing it up cliffs and stuff because it's just so fun.
See, that's not cheeky. That's just, stating facts. Did you
didn't
read
it.
that comment?
No.
Oh, it was a compliment.
Yeah, it was a compliment.
Oh.
It's always a good day when Nikki's with me, isn't it, Nick?
Always a good day. Have you not
Always
seen the state of Sam at the end of our sessions?
I know. How'd you get mud on your face?
I
like getting down and dirty, yeah, right. Yeah, I just like to really embrace it. I really like to embrace it. You want to see how I go to school to pick the kids up, right? It's embarrassing, I swear.
I was watching her digging the other day, and she sits down. You get so into it. Sometimes you sit down, you're like proper
facing
sat down,
hole,
and and you're just absolutely covered in it. It's hilarious.
I love it.
I think the only way you can get it on your face is your hair's getting in your face, so you're just moving your hair out the way.
Yeah. Or like midges and midges, and you're like trying to wipe midges off your face and mud's going over. But like Nikki goes to technically, like she gets back to the van, she's got not one blip of mud on her. I don't know how it's possible. But I suppose working in the hospital, she's just used to keeping clean and not touching things.
No, it's just like my holes are so perfect. I just flip that cord and it's just like back in.
And that's not fucking true at all.
In my dreams, maybe.
In her dreams.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, I think everybody gets a bit dirty when they're metal detected. They're a bit dirty.
No, I really like it. I do. It's weird. It's really weird because ask anyone in my family, right? I hate germs. I've got a thing about germs, so I don't like touching stagnant water, like puddles and all different bits like that. But I just love getting dirty when I go detecting. Yeah, I just really fully embrace it. It's weird.
So, Nikki, how long have you been metal detecting?
I reckon. Well, I initially did it years ago. My dad bought me this really cheap detector, I think from like one of the cheap supermarkets. I don't know if I can say these brands actually. Should I mention certain brands or something?
I'll say it backwards. We all know what you mean.
Aldi's anyway. But like a really 40 quid cheap detector. And that kind of got me into it. And then I I moved house and I left it in a house that I'd moved at, but it was rubbish. I tried that on the beach, and then it was probably about 5 years ago, seriously getting back into it. But then I've probably taken it more seriously since Sam and I have been detecting. So I probably go like maybe once every couple of weeks, but like now it's like an addiction. It's like we're texting constantly. We need to get out. It's like we need that. I don't know what it is. That drug, isn't it? Almost of getting out in the fields and finding some stuff, just digging some dirt.
It is a bit of an adrenaline rush, isn't it? Because you don't. It's like Christmas. It's like you don't know what you're going to be digging up. Yeah.
And then you've got to try and hide the disappointed face from your relatives.
Yeah, it is just like Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So did your dad find anything special, Sam, that you can remember?
And loads of good stuff. And he's such a snob. He didn't detect now. He doesn't detect anymore. So all like my sister, my brother-in-law, my dad did it. As soon as I started, none of them do it anymore. It's really weird. But he found loads of good stuff, and he's like dead snobby. So if I'll say like, do you want to come detect into wherever? Well, what's there? Unless there's some of really significant land, he won't go. Anything below a hammered, he'd just throw in the bin. Literally, he's really bad. Yeah, because he found such good stuff. He's like, he has too much of a high. What's the word? Like expectations and.
But that's not.
He'd be one of them people that walk across the field and goes nothing here and go home.
I bumped into someone like that at a dig recently, and I was like, "Oh, you found much?" And he found a couple of silver status, I think it was, and I was like, "Oh, that's really nice." And he was like, "Yeah, but I've got a pocket full of junk." And he had Vicky pennies in there. He had he had a few nice bits in there, you know, as well as trash. And I was like, "You've got pennies in there?" "Oh yeah, that's all rubbish, that is." And I was like, "What? I like my pennies."
Right, I'm going to name drop here, but there we go. I'm not going to be bashing anyone, but I think it was Fraser Bailey, but I can't quite remember. I don't know if you saw online. He had like a big pile of like Georgian Victorian coins, and he was saying like they're going in the bin or scrap or something forever. And I was like, it must have been like his year's worth or whatever. And I was like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you like give it to some young kid detectors to plant and practice or whatever? Like that's like history. That's like so. What's the word? Not snobby, but like what are you doing, Ben? And that I couldn't understand it. If you watch documentaries on Victorian Britain, how important that money was to these people, or even like 1900 coins through the war, how poor they would have been, how hard they had to work for that money. I love finding in me.
Yeah, I've said that when I've got a fair amount of worn coins, I'm going to make them into wind chimes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Only the worn ones, which, what are they called? King Dave's?
I most recently, actually, talking about making things, my sister made me a bracelet out of clay pipe stems that we found on the Thames mudlarking last year. So I think it's really nice to like use some of your stuff, because I was saying to my sister, I found loads of buttons. I can't bring myself to throw them away. I'm a freak. Can't even throw my buttons away, and I'd love to be able to make something, but I don't know what, without wrecking them.
I was thinking of making some sort of resin chopping board.
Yeah, a resin where you put them in it, and you can still see them all the time. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, but I haven't got loads yet, so I need a decent amount. Or you could make like coffee coasters with your buttons with resin. You can make all sorts of resin.
Sam, it's interesting what you say about the buttons. I can't bring myself to chuck them away. There's history in every button that's ever been made.
Everything, yeah.
You know these, well. You know these Dewey Egbert bottles.
Yeah.
I put all my buttons in there. I've got about 4 of those now. And they make great door stops. Put them on the door. You know, same as musket balls. But
they'd make good weapons as well.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the bottom to fall through. You know.
Yeah. But what was I going to say then about the making stuff? Every time someone comes over to my house, I get my finds box out to show them. Do you know, like when you go to your nan's and she gets a family album out, I get the finds box out. and everyone has to sit through every single one of my coins that I've ever found.
Yeah.
So maybe I should just put them into coasters, and that would just solve that problem.
I do that with my grandson's round, but I've got to keep searching him on the way home because he's, you know, when he leaves here, because I swear stuff goes missing.
Yeah, that's it.
Really do.
Got to be careful.
So do you have special display cabinets and stuff for your finds?
See, I like display mine, and Sam thinks I'm a bit sad.
No.
She likes to get the box out to show everybody her box.
I like the box. I wouldn't put my good stuff on display. What if the house got robbed?
amongst yourselves.
No, but I just have like a little shelf, and I have my favourites on a shelf, and it's not like in your face. It's like I've got a dining room. It's just in the dining room. Out the way, if people are interested, I'll go and show them my finds. Saves me rummaging through the box. Like, actually, a few weeks ago, Sam thought she lost something. She's like, "Oh my God, I think I've lost the first hammer coin I ever found." And I was like, "How can that happen?" If she displayed it, she'd know exactly where it was.
Well, someone had looked in my box, and what they had done was not put it back in the little circle cases. They just slid it into the back of the foam. Like, how dare they? So I did locate it in the end.
Don't invite them round again, Sam.
No,
God.
it's going to have to be supervised only.
Yeah.
I do have some pictures of some finds.
Here you go, Sam. Somebody wants to see your box.
Is that the same box that you sent me a picture of?
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
Too explicit for this chat.
Oh, no, we could just be talking about like this box, couldn't we? You never know. We have like.
That's what my box looks like. Yeah.
Right, I'm just trying to find my share screen without sharing loads of chat. So you have a little sideline, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just going to try and turn my light on. Hang on a second.
Oh. Why didn't that share?
That didn't make much difference, did it?
Right. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
No, we don't want that. Right. So this is what I want to share. You'll see that.
See, that's Little Mrs. Box.
So is that your finds box then?
That's my finds box, and then I've made Nikki a Soil Sister one for her 40th. Was it, Nikki?
Yeah, that's a cool present. Thank you very much, Sam.
Yeah.
So you have a little sideline of making merch, do you?
Yeah.
So, but you haven't got your website up and running yet because you're moving and everything like that. Is that right? Tell us about it.
So I've just moved house, so everything's still packed away. So I've not really got myself organised with advertising and stuff because I don't want to be able to take orders and not be able to fulfil it at the minute.
Okay, but people can get in touch with you if they have any inquiries, and I'll just put your email in the link at the bottom in the description of this video.
Thanks.
So no, that's all right. So what sort of stuff do you do? Do you do literally everything? T-shirts, hats, stickers, badges,
anything
pins?
me and Nikki's wearing, I've made it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So everything that's branded.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah, Soil Sisters.
Right. I've also. I've got to. Right, I can't see what's going on with the chat, but I'm going to flick through what you sent me. So if you want to talk about it, Sam.
So recently, I was bored, couldn't get out detecting, so I thought I would send a few of my finds off to the local flow that Nikki had been in touch with. and I sent them this because when I found it, I rubbed it and it gave off the funny smell and all that and came up silver. And somebody online had said to me, oh, that really looks like one of them ingots. I'd never heard of one before. So I sent it to the Flow, and then she referred it to Cardiff Museum, and they got back to me like within a couple of hours saying they want a full report on it, and they really want it. They think it's a Viking ingot, and if it is, it's the first ever found in North Wales. So I don't know if it is.
Wow.
I don't know how they determined if it is.
I don't know what an ingot is. What is that?
So trading in silver bars.
Oh,
Vikings instead of money. Yeah.
Oh,
you're giving all my chat away there.
I know. I don't know what happened there.
So if that is that'd be really exciting. I don't want to give too much of my permission away, but the landowner has a lot of land in several places, and another place a detective has found something really significant that's in the museum. One thing that has never been found in North Wales either before, so he's got really good land, and I'm really lucky.
That is really but a Viking.
I also took Nikki to that permission. She found nothing. I found about 12 coins that day.
I found absolutely nothing that day. It was like such a rubbish day for me, but it was a good day out. So,
but you don't find much if you walk across the field, do you, Roseanne?
No.
I followed it for you.
So when you go out detecting, you've both got different styles then, I gather.
We do. I mean, like, to be fair, I do try and be more methodical these days. Like, I use one of the apps. So, like, when we do go out, I've, like, marked the field and I'll turn the app on so I can see where I have been and, yeah, like a tracker. So I do try and be better, but it still can be frustrating because if I can see she's getting stuff across the way, I'm thinking, oh, hold on now. So I might just jump across and then, you know, the tracker will carry on in another area. But
Nikki's obsessed with footpaths.
Yeah, definitely.
So she's like, that's got to be where the stuff is. She's proper obsessed with them. But if you look at her tracker, I'd love for her to show you her tracker
I know
right
someone
now.
like that.
Because
you think I must have been there. Oh my god.
My 3-year-old, right, his drawings make more sense than her tracking, yeah? They're a mess. Honestly. You're like, were you drunk when you went?
Yeah, some of them are a bit random.
I like footpaths as well. I also go around the outside of the field or whatever.
I always do the outside. Yeah, I did that on a new permission today. Did the whole outside and then crossed over. But I didn't find anything. But like with Nikki, it's frustrating because if she goes detecting without me, when I come back the next time I say, so where did you go? Oh, well, a bit here, a bit there. So I have no idea. I could just be going over where she's already been. She doesn't know where she's been because she's so like skitty on the field.
Yeah, but even if you went over where she's been, you still might find something.
Exactly.
Because there was where this guy found the gold coin that I recently posted. 4 of us walked up the side of that field, all in a row, chatting away to each other, and we all missed it. You know, and then he comes along at lunchtime.
Was it quite a clear signal? Did he say? Was it, you know, because recently Sam found a really amazing coin, and annoyingly, like she'd said, it was the type of signal. It was just such a, you know, really iffy signal. You probably wouldn't have dug it, but you know, you did, and thankfully you did. That was really nice. I think that was an Elizabeth first half groat, I think you found, wasn't it?
The last 3 hammers I found. In the meantime, Nikki hasn't found one, by the way. But the last 3 that I found all sounded really rubbish, really iffy. And I was like, I can't believe someone obviously told me to dig it, but I don't know why. How many have I missed? Because I don't think we know what they sound like.
Yes. Nikki, you've got to dig them iffy signals because my hammy coin was iffy. The numbers were jumping all over the place. But it sounded kind of good. But it was quite deep, so it was, you know, it was a good bleep, but it wasn't a long bleep, so you knew it was something small.
Yeah.
But the numbers were all over the place, and I only dug it because I hadn't dug anything for half an hour, and I thought, sod it.
That's why I did the ones that I did, the 3.
And then I thought, should I backtrack myself?
Roseanne was walking back to the car.
What machine do you use, Roseanne?
Knox 800.
Yeah. So what number did the hammers come up for you usually?
Well, I've found 3, and they've been, well, jumpy signals. So anything from sort of like, I don't know, the last, my videos will tell you, but I think it was jumping from 14 to 18. And then you go the other way and it's still jumping all over the place. It was, I think all of my hammies have been iffy signals, but I've been on digs where people have found big hammy pennies and they've rung up like a 25, which would be a bit like a tin can,
Yeah.
But I dig everything.
I definitely dig over 20s. Yeah. Do you know what? Right. When I first started detecting with Nikki, I never used to find any silver whatsoever. She used to find loads of silver. So it was a running joke of us. She was the silver queen, or this and that. Now it's me. I'm always finding the silver. And because one time I found a silver coin, I was really desperate. So I dug it and it was like 27. They're really erratic, aren't they? The silver, and they sound like a can. And since then, I find loads of silver because I feel like now I do know what they sound like, and I dig them every time. Once you know, it's like it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I just dig everything.
And
If it
Nikki,
sounds good, I dig it. I don't tend to look at the numbers.
The stator that Rosanna was referring to that was found recently that she's posted up in the vid, the guy who found that was using a fisher.
Oh, was he? Right.
Yeah.
I've still got my fisher. I still keep that as the spare.
He's using the fisher machine.
Was it? I thought it was a Technic.
Was it?
Yeah.
You might be 100% correct.
I'm a woman. So,
I swear it was a fisher.
You're wrong.
Technetics then. I can't
That's
pronounce
it.
that.
Yes.
Technetics.
Yeah, something like that.
Machine.
Yeah, I remember because I asked him twice. All I remember was
shaking.
I think that was alcohol withdrawal, but hey-o.
Okay.
Because it was a Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we've also got, I'm going to share this one. I don't know if that's
look at it.
Yeah. That she shared.
I know.
Whilst we're all really enjoying it, let's all just take a moment to feel sorry for Nikki's kids who get took to school in this.
Oh, seriously, right? My son.
What happened? Why does it do that?
My son's refused to have a lift with me in that car. He said he'd rather walk or get the bus. But then he is nearly 16, so I think in his mind he's got street cred. So
all right, well, it saves you on fuel, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's fine. I've only got down to one mum taxi. That's cool.
Yeah.
But no, I'm driving that everywhere. It's turning a few heads. It's I think people are thinking, what on earth is that?
It's cool.
Right, talking about school, how bizarre is this? So Nikki strolls up one day. She lives in like a little village to collect her daughter from school. And some guy comes up to her. Hey, are you that girl off YouTube, Soil Sister?
What?
And honestly, like,
way more famous than we think.
Where I live, it's in North Wales. It's a really small, it's quite a small village where I am, and like they say, like 60 children in the whole village school. So I'm walking up to the school, and this guy's walking towards me. Never seen him before, and just suddenly went, "Hey, you're the girl, aren't you? The Soil Sister that's got the YouTube channel." I was like, bright red.
And it wasn't a parent from school; it was just somebody walking past the school.
Yeah. And it turns out that he is a YouTuber as well, and his I don't know if anyone's watched it. Hull's Hammers. He is actually quite entertaining. He's that's worth a watch if anyone's. But yeah, so he's another YouTuber that just recognised me passing.
I'm quite impressed that you and your husband did all this.
Yeah, literally knocked it together within. It would have taken us 4 weeks, but then we went away in the camper van for a weekend, so we were put back a weekend. But yeah, it looked rough out when we first got it. It wasn't wasn't as nice looking now. Yeah. The only thing that's missing is that I've got a spade holder. I don't know if you can see my spade still behind me at the minute. So the only thing, I'm going to have a spade holder that's going to go across the bonnet that we can clip our spades to.
Oh, cool!
Like the old American Jeeps.
Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah, keep the dirt on the outside.
So I don't know if you want to talk us through these pictures you sent me, Nikki.
I just thought I'd send you a typical kind of detecting day, really, keeping it real. It's like we've got trade tokens, a few Georgian coins, Victorian, your typical whistle. I don't know why I always seem to find a whistle in a field. I've got an old policeman's whistle, the old goalie whistles. I think there's a weight there.
That's a nice big trade weight, isn't it?
Yeah, that was really lovely. I found all these actually. So this is like one area of permission that we've got, and I can't talk Sam into coming down there with me because it's quite a walk.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've only been
videos.
And it is quite like, I remembered after doing the walk last time why I hadn't been there for so long. So it's only the second time I've ever been there to this sort of small area. But yeah, some really interesting bits that have come up.
That's a nice. Is that a button?
Yeah, that's a lovely button actually, isn't it? Like nice bit of gold gilt on that. Yeah, but that's everything that I found that one day where Sam couldn't come with me, unfortunately. So I'm sure there's so much more there. And that was nice to find actually. I think that's the first time I found one of these miners tokens.
Yeah.
They're quite nice to find. I think that they're based in Flintshire. Just the fact that their local history, I suppose, to North Wales, that they'd manufactured those type of tokens.
Did that clean up well, did it? Because you can just about see those bits on there.
I didn't really go much further with it. I've still got it somewhere.
Oh, that's surprising because usually she obliterates them.
Not that, I don't. No, if it's silver, I do like the silver to look shiny again. Not like,
What do you use on your silver?
Bit of lemon juice and bicarbonate powder. Not bleach. Sixpences come out beautiful.
She makes me cringe, seriously. She says to me, send me a picture of your finds cleaned up. I say, I don't clean them up. Just say how they are.
So I've heard, is it bicarb for silver is quite good, but it's literally just water and or baking soda, one or the other.
That's it, baking soda. So a little bit of lemon juice and just a little rub of baking soda.
Yeah, not the lemon juice, because that corrodes, doesn't it? I don't know.
I don't know. I could show you. They look lovely. So I've got a box with all my silver sixpences in and my shillings, and no, they look lovely.
Wow, what is that?
Oh, that was so. Yeah, there's one permission that we've got near a rather old castle, and it's really frustrating because you'd imagine there'd be hammered coins everywhere, and we're finding muskets everywhere, all sorts of things, and then all of a sudden that nearly blew my ears off. But I think that's a big lead horse boss basically. But yeah, just an interesting one. I quite like the oak leaf pattern. You can still see there's a bit of gold gilt on there.
It's really nice.
It's pretty, isn't it?
See, things like that is I love finding things like that.
I love finding musket balls. But yeah, that's again same field, same day. That's the sort of stuff we're finding right next to it. Yeah, that's it.
What's that at the very top there?
Another horse boss, another style horse boss, and then to the left of the lead one, there's a little spur there, off your boots.
Oh,
the horses. That's
okay.
like again, same field. Oh, there's my little display shelf. It's not that bad, is it?
It's quite nice.
It looks very bish bash bosh, not very organised.
It's proper organised. That's another horse boss. I really like that. So there's only ever been 2 recorded. That's the second one that's ever been found in North Wales of that style. I think it's like a Hercules with a lion head dress or something on.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I thought it's quite cool.
Nice, Lizzie.
That's yours, Sam.
I knew, I could tell.
That was just because of the detail. So nice.
Is that the same year as the one you had, Rosanna?
1561. That's 1561, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the one you had a dodgy signal with, isn't it?
That was dodgy.
Yeah.
I can't remember the date of my hammies.
I don't know what this is. This is like it's got
a token.
I don't know. It was very strange. I can see a snowflake on it. I wasn't sure if it's a pendant or a medal or it's just got that little lip at the top. But that was an interesting little find.
Is it made of lead?
No, that wasn't lead. I can't think what that was now. I think it was like a copper alloy. That was. But again, this is the same. This is all the same things, the same day. It's like lead face. I think is that a powder pot, lead powder pot?
Yes.
Yeah, a few of the lead tokens at the top.
There's a similar one there. If I can.
So another hammy.
That's another one of Sam's. Nice.
Yeah, that'd be another for me.
I'm not sure what that is. Oh,
that's our YouTube Border Legends. Can you see that you're on there, Azan?
yeah. I
Made sure you're on there.
Is Paul on there? No, I don't think you are, Paul.
No, awkward.
A sticker that I've not got yet. Well, we need to do swapsies.
No. Yeah, so we did a swap, but you didn't send me the address, but we'll get there later.
Definitely.
Right. I need to figure out how to stop sharing now.
That's a cool place to put stickers, though, isn't it?
I thought so. I chill out there in the back on my lunch hours and things like that, and I'm sat there looking at my little Border Legends and spying on people in the car park.
It's very cool. I need to make something like that.
I need to do an actual video of it, because what people don't realise is what goes on inside there. So where the benches, my detectors are, and I've also got them plugged in already in there on charge. And I've put in a hookup, or my husband helped me put the hookup in on the side. So I literally plug it in like a motorhome or camper van, and I turn it on, and my detectors start charging, my headphones start charging. So I don't need to take it in and out of the van. There's a little water tank on top, so if our stuff's muddy or if we want a bit of water for a kettle, I open the door and there's a hose that comes out that we can turn the tap on and off with. So
you need to do an in-depth video of all of that, because I have noticed that you did have the plug-in bit, because that's on one of your videos.
Yes, yeah, on the side. But yeah, definitely. We'll next time we're out in the fields and it's a nice day, we'll have to do like a little mini video walkthrough.
Yeah, I keep saying I need to either buy a camper van, or I need to convert a van, or I need to get some sort of multi-vehicle thing.
Both me and Sam did that. Like yours was a van, wasn't it, as well? And like I previously had a van that we converted. Learned it off YouTube, but like your husband's quite handy, Sam, isn't he? So, and your dad. So
I want another van.
Another one.
So I've got a long wheelbase. Used to be a minibus that I've converted because I have to, because I've got 400 kids.
Christ, that went up quick.
But I would like a day van. Like a Vivaro. A Vivaro is a nice size. To chill in, go to digs in. It's difficult to get on some fields, isn't it, with the big vans and that. Like, you get scared to turn up in front of everyone trying to park like a twat, so.
Yeah, I don't want a big one, because if
You don't like them big, Roseanne?
No.
No?
Like you say, they're bit
sometimes
parking them.
Yeah.
Can't get them in small places, see?
No.
There is that. Yeah.
If anybody in the chat has any other questions, have you been keeping an eye out, Paul?
I have, but I've posted up what I can. But
Jason's talking about Bob. My battery operated boyfriend.
I did have a question from the outset, because I did follow the video for the conversion you did on that Discovery. It is a Discovery, isn't it?
It's a Freelander.
Freelander.
17 years old.
Yeah.
It was a little bit rough when we first got it, so we had to do like a little bit of work. But yeah.
So for somebody who's setting out, who wants to get out on weekends and use that kind of thing for a weekend little vehicle, and I'm sure it'll suffice for a weekend vehicle, once you've bought something like that, what is a typical budget to get it comfortable the way you've done it yourself?
I think that cost a couple of £100. We were really lucky, to be honest. Like my neighbours would get so like the sheeting and things like that we had already from a previous conversion, so I just recycled it. My auntie works for a fabric place, so to do with the vinyl, I got that dirt cheap. My next door neighbours were getting rid of some car batteries, so we used that to put in the van to do with the plug-in, to do with the electric, with the little fridge and stuff. So just did it as cheap as possible. I think the most expensive thing might have been the little tiny piece of vinyl, and it was really frustrating because I bought it. I didn't realise it was 20 quid P&P. So that really annoyed me. That was the most expensive thing, was P&P on a bit of vinyl being delivered.
But what about hooking up the electrics? And
my husband's just really handy. He's just, he knows people. He's brought the wiring. As I said, YouTube is great for learning anything, how to wire a battery to a socket, or it's all out there. It's just,
yeah, I was about to say, anyone who wants to do a day van, a simple day van, if you can figure out a new machine, you can figure out like electrics and stuff for your van. In it though.
Yeah, when you
really,
change.
Is it simple? Is it really, just
YouTube and Google tell you everything you need to know.
It's
and
like
patience.
there's like wooden frame built, and then it's just plywood sides, and then stick on a sheet of I've everything that we've done in there. I've tried to do it so it's wipeable. That if I get mud or if I spill something, or if I've tried to just make it quite
pressure washable.
Yeah, but it's definitely doable.
Do you know what? I might just
get on it, Roseanne.
Yeah.
And do you know what you could have in the back? You could do your little live streams. You can invite people in on digs and record each other and that, doing podcasts.
Yeah, they're out in the fields. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
Pass on the
yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah, I think I might have to do that.
Just get a Jackery box with a couple of solar panels. Keep it live. You'd be well away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you got any weekenders booked or anything for this year? Are you going to Detectable or Detectacon or Rodney Cook or?
I'm quite excited. With the next thing that we've got planned at the minute is at the end of May, isn't it? Where we're going at the end of May, Sam?
Going to London to Medlock on the Thames. So hopefully we'll have a good video of that.
I am a little bit worried about this though, because obviously this doesn't involve the detector, this involves my eyes, and the problem is my eyes aren't that great, so there's quite a few times I've found things and I've gone,
oh, she's horrendous. Yeah.
I'm like, what's this? And she's looking at me going, can you not see this? And I just don't see it. So I'm a bit worried that I'm not going to find much.
I felt the same when I first went. Yeah, she is.
Just wear your glasses. It might help.
Yeah, you have to do some adjusting. When you're so used to looking for metal, you have to revert back to looking for other things. But also it can help because a lot of it is metal and you know what you're looking for.
Mm.
So is it a group you're going, or just you two? Just
us two, winging it. I've been twice before.
And I've never been. It's the first time, so really looking forward to that. Be good. See what we find. We'll have to do another Soil Sisters mudlarking video.
That will be cool. Hopefully we'll find some nice pipes and things like that.
Well, yeah. Nikki just loves bones because she's a weirdo. So she'll just love that, because I don't know if you've ever been. It's just, there's just bones everywhere. It's like, when you go to the beach and you'll have like pebbles at the beach, it'll literally be scattered in bones. Like in the olden days, the butchers would just launch all the carcasses into the Thames. So there's just thousands and thousands of bones all piled up, and she'll love that.
Somebody found a human bone recently, and they found a femur, and it was 5,000 years old. They've carbon dated it. The femur is actually sat on this guy's shelf in his house. So I'm not looking for animal bones. I know it sounds a bit, but like bones.
It was a human one.
Yeah.
The finds I find really interesting that I see posted up from the mudlarking on the Thames is the leather shoes.
Oh,
they date back to 1600s, 1700s. How that stuff is preserved in water like that.
The
and
black
I find it amazing.
Yeah, the black soil, the soot that it's in, just preserves them so well.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get them out, they start oxidizing straight away, don't they? And they just deteriorate really quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have to treat them with. But I actually found a shoe the last time I went that was like 1700s. But unfortunately, I chose to leave it there.
Oh.
Can't take everything.
You couldn't find a place to put it, or you just didn't.
I had the kids with me and prams and backpacks, and they were all whinging, and I was like, let's get me out of here right now.
You didn't have a little basket under the pram to put it in?
No. I literally, the kids will just keep any old crap. So they're like their mother, they're hoarders. So they just find like anything on the Thames, and they're like, this is treasure, I'm keeping this. We went back with bags and bags full. You have to carry it around London with you to the underground. I had to change like 5 times to get back to the hotel. I had to be choosy of what I was taking back with me. So
when you're going, are you going for a weekend, or are you going up for the day, or
2 nights, kid free? So excited!
Oh, wow. Heaven!
Sounds wicked. And I take it you've got to have a day permit, and
I've got a 3-year one already. Okay. So I don't know what Nikki's going to do. Whether she'll you can get a month one, or she'll just watch me.
I haven't done it yet.
She can just watch me and record me.
No, I don't think so.
Just wing it. Just say, I'm just recording her. If anyone comes along.
It's a bit of a strange concept, but as I understand it, you can detect, but you can't dig. Is that right?
Certain sections has different rules. So when you get it's really complicated. When you get the permit, it'll show you a map of the Thames, and you can literally go like 10 meters, it's one rule, and the next 10 meters it's another rule, and so on and so on. And there's parts where you're not allowed to touch at all. Where if you look in the history books, when people first mudlocked, that's where they would be. So I assume that's where the good stuff is. Like where the Roman sort of, what would you call it, where they got on and off boats and whatnot, and bits are like off bounds. So certain bits are off bounds. Okay. Outside Parliament is obviously out of bounds in case you lay a bomb there.
Okay.
And have you got any other weekenders or detecting things coming up this year?
We're going to go a few days, aren't we?
We're going to try, but the thing is, me and Nikki both going to Europe in our camper vans for just over 3 weeks over August and September. So that takes a big chunk. Like they all seem to be happening in August and September, don't they?
Yeah.
So it takes a big chunk of the year away for us. Nikki works in hospital, so it's really awkward for her to get time off work.
It's just shifts, isn't it? Sometimes then it's syncing with, like Sam's work, etc. And like at the minute, I have been doing I'm doing uni work, my postgraduate on the side. So it's been a bit difficult getting out about because I had to prioritise. But hopefully in the next few weeks.
Yeah, which is a bit interesting, Nikki. If you want to tell everyone a bit about she's an X-rayer now in hospital, and she's decided she would like to take on another degree so she can look at dead bodies and postmortems. So that's what she's doing now.
Wicked.
Everybody's dream, right?
Someone's got to do it.
She asked me if I would like to go to a live postmortem with her. She was sober when she asked this question.
I'd like to.
And you're not up for it then, Sam, no?
I don't like looking at that dead lamb.
Yeah, sounds quite sweet. See, I'm quite handy though out in the fields, like so. Like if we find bones, etc., it can just show it me. And I can tell you if it's human or not. So whether to call the police or not. Straight away I'll know if it's human.
Which is handy.
If it is an animal, so yeah, that is quite cool.
But that is not my idea of fun. I was training to be a veterinary nurse when I left school, and didn't realise when I went to the vet. So it was fine for a few weeks, and then my first operation I witnessed when they cut it open, the smell of flesh, and like no, couldn't do it. I had to quit. I couldn't do it. I don't know how you do it.
In the operating theatre, I find it so interesting. It's like
the smell of blood.
Cool.
No. See, I love watching that sort of stuff on the telly, but I do understand when you're saying the smell. I wouldn't like the smell of it.
And Nikki, you'll know this
an irony sort of smell.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's
metally. And Nikki, you'll know. Have you ever, when someone's ever been burnt during an op, the smell of burning flesh?
It's called a diathermy. So they have a special pen. So like you obviously have your scalpel, and then the next layer is your fat. So they use what's called a diathermy, and it's the smell of that burning. It is a very gets in the back.
Does it smell like pork or crap?
Doesn't sound like a barbecue. No, doesn't sound like a barbie.
It's very distinctive.
One of the worst smells ever is the smell of nails burning.
Nails.
If you cut your nails and
if you've burnt some solid when you're a teenager or something, and burnt your nail when you're doing it.
Oh,
I would know nothing about that. Would you know about that, Nikki?
I wouldn't know nothing about that either. I was just trying to think why you would burn a nail.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a bit of voodoo stuff going on? Don't people usually chop your nails off and put it in the pot and burn it?
Isn't that a love potion or something?
No, but I'll try it after the show. I'm going to make a note of that.
So okay. So you're into dead bodies.
Yeah, Alice Cooper.
Yeah, not literally. No, so the degree that I'm doing, I'm a forensic radiographer, but it's not just about dead bodies. It covers all aspects. It covers non-accidental injuries in children, suspected child abuse. It covers trafficking, drug smuggling, dead bodies. It's basically on ballistics. If somebody's died, basically how can we assist with finding out how they died? Which direction did the projectile, the bullet go in? It's interesting. But I've had enough now. I'm ready to finish it because I just need to get back out in the fields more. I'm just counting down the days until my last assignment's in. Like I should be now studying. I've got a presentation to do tomorrow. So yeah, can't wait. Need to get back out in the fields.
So Sam, are you the normal one?
I'm normal.
Normal?
See,
really?
I would have put it the other way round.
No, I don't like.
Who knows, eh?
Sam's not normal. She leaves 500-year-old leather shoes out of the Thames on the side of the foreshore, for God's sake.
I know.
Do you know what?
The coins.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, you don't really realise until you go. There's actually quite a lot of stuff there, so you can't take everything. Yeah. Same with the clay pipes. There's literally millions of them, and I did take quite a few, but you've got to stop somewhere.
If you found a whole one, Sam,
more or less a whole one. Yeah, it's on my Instagram if you check it out.
Cool.
I'll put all the links for their Instagram, their Facebook page, your email address for merch.
Don't go on Nikki's Instagram because she never posts.
I'm rubbish. I went on it today and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to start posting again. I hardly ever use Instagram.
Well, I don't think you girls have sent me the links to your Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Do people really use Instagram these days, though? I found it's actually quite quiet.
Well, you say that, and then Sam was contacted by...
No, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
No more.
Stop.
No more.
Okay, that's top secret then.
So,
because of that, we might start using Instagram more, I think. So I don't think Instagram's that quiet these days, is it, Sam?
I think TikTok is apparently the way to go, but I feel 5 years old when I try and go on it.
And do you know, I've just literally today opened a TikTok thing.
I thought you sent me a dodgy sex cam link. Yeah.
You opened it, Faye, didn't you? Before you asked.
Yeah. No, but what's weird is I clicked it and it wouldn't come up, so I had to re-download TikTok because I haven't got TikTok, and then it still won't come up, so I had to copy your link into the search bar, and a very dodgy video did come up, and I was like, no, that can't be her, that's not right. What? So I just deleted the whole app again. I don't know how to use TikTok. I think it was just show me anything because your link wouldn't work. I didn't understand it.
Okay.
It's usually TikTok, and it shows you things that you're into. So if you were sensitive,
yeah. Here we go.
See, Nikki read my mind.
I don't have TikTok though, so it's not me.
No, you've obviously had to delete it for a reason, haven't you?
Yeah.
All the dodgy stuff you were watching.
Yeah.
Right. It's been a joy having you two girls on.
Absolutely.
I'll put all the links in the comment below in the description. And do you want to do any shout outs for anything before you go?
Do you want to do any shout outs, Sam? Well, I want to thank you first of all for having us. It's been really nice.
Inviting us on.
Yeah. It's only the second time we've done this. Like we said, we did it a few weeks back